We have the Cooper Lady Jaguars, Coach Justin Hopehouse. Student athletes, Bella Deer, Logan Palmer, Malaya Alexander, Liz Freihofer, and Paisley Jones. Coach, comments?
That was a battle. It really was. It was a, coming into this game, our kids were definitely very confident in what we had to do. And, we switched some things up on how we guarded them. But, it really was. It was a back and forth. We just couldn't get over that hump. We had some nice looks and we just missed those. But, at the end of the day, we were right in that game. And we knew we were going to be right in that game, fighting until, the very end buzzer. All I can say is how proud I am, especially of these 5 seniors up here and what they mean to Cooper High School as players, but most of all as young people. There's not many times where you get a bond and a group of kids that are so tight-knit and they don't really care about the accolades and all the awards and things like that, but they pull for each other. So. It's a special group, and it's sad that it ended, but the journey that they took us on was really special.
Questions? Right here.
Liz, you guys made every charge in the book there in that fourth quarter. You had them on the ropes. It almost looked like, or close to being on the ropes and everything. What got into this team in the fourth quarter? Was it that defensive possession at the end of the third quarter that really fired you guys up?
Yeah, there was no doubt in my mind that we were going to come out here and fight and give it our all to the end. So, in the fourth quarter, we knew we had to make a push and we were going to be physical with them and give them everything we had. And I had no doubt we were doing that, and that's what we did.
Right here on the corner.
Coach just seemed one play away of getting within one possession there, whether it be a made 3 or grabbing a defensive rebound. How frustrating did that kind of maybe make it?
It is, and we had our looks, we had our opportunities and things like that. It just felt like we were kind of chasing our tail, one play away, one play away, one play away. But we made some adjustments, especially in that second half, trying to get downhill a little bit more and space the floor. Did a really good job. Our kids just, every time we're in a huddle, they're focused in on what adjustments, what changes we have to make. And they made the right adjustments. It just came up a little bit short, but at the end of the day, those things happen. But at the end of the day, I'm going to always remember these kids for their fight.
Coach, you obviously played them tough 3 times this year. Do you feel, looking back at the 3 games, there was sort of a common theme that, as far as the slight advantage they had over you all?
They're really good.
Besides
they've got so many pieces. They're super physical, so it's really hard to score on them in the half court. And they got players that can do different things. They got kids that can shoot. They got kids that can go downhill. They got a big post where they can throw it in. So they're a matchup nightmare, and most of the state has seen that. We've been lucky enough to play with them in the fourth quarter, the 3 games that we played. So again, we had different game plans for each one, but at the end of the day, they were always, a couple possessions here, a couple possessions there.
Right here in the corner.
Just any one of you 5, 102 wins in 4 years, 3 region titles, 2 Final Fours. Can you reflect on that? I know it's quick, but just any way you can reflect on what you guys have accomplished in the last 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been super special, especially with the 5 of us coming in from the beginning, seeing where the program used to be and just how much we've grown as people and as players individually and together. It's been super special.
Anyone else? Comment?
We've grown so much as a team together, and Cooper has always been there to surround us, and the people really do make the place. The community has come all around us. Us 5 have stayed together the whole time, so it's just been an amazing ride.
Right here.
10 or 11 3-pointers, I guess it was. Bella, did you guys expect to rely on that shot so much, especially you hitting from the outside?
We definitely knew that in the beginning, Kaleo might sag off a little bit, stay in the post. So we realized that we had to be able to shoot that 3, have confidence in ourselves, and get that done. We didn't realize that was what we were going to rely on. I knew last year, we knew from last year that finishing at the rim was going to be a special thing, but this year was
Coach, was that part of your game plan coming in, the 3?
Yeah, we knew we had to stretch them out a little bit, and they're so good at being physical on our ball handlers and walling up around the rim that, you know, we talked to our kids early, like, hey, if we can get downhill, let's get downhill. We're going to try to finish. But there was a lot of times where, you know, we didn't finish through contact and we weren't shooting with a lot of confidence around the rim. So I felt like we kind of got on that roll when we started setting some middle ball screens. We attacked the middle of the floor and spacing the floor a little bit because, again, with Paleo in there, Johnson in there, they're tough to score around. So, you know, we really did try to open up the floor.
And if 2 more will fall.
Yeah.
859 Sports Radio. The team has got 72 straight wins against the state of Kentucky. You've ended 2 seasons here in the semifinals against the team that's going for a 4-peat. You clearly respect them. Do you feel the respect from Sacred Heart that you guys are kind of like been their biggest rivalry in the state during their run?
Good question. You want me to take it? I think so. Yeah, I think so. They got a lot of talent over at Sacred Heart. They got a lot of nice players. There was a lot of times where we would go into gyms this year and they'd kind of look at our kids and say, what's Cooper all about? And once you start watching our kids play, just their heart and their toughness and the way that they compete, you know, after usually we get through that first quarter or so, they're like, hey, this team's real. And I think that was the ongoing thing. Obviously, us and GRC and Sacred Heart were 1, 2, and 3 all throughout the year. You know, although they beat us 3 times, it was one of those things that they had to fight. I mean, they had to fight. They had to compete every single night to get a win against us. Our kids didn't lay down. They fought till the final buzzer.
Right here, last question.
I'll ask Malia this. You know, before you all are going to play at the next level, Paisley's obviously going to do things academically with what she's able to accomplish. How satisfying is that, just knowing, I mean, I know tonight's tough, but just how satisfying knowing that, you know, you guys aren't done yet?
For sure. I mean, it's so crazy. I'm so thankful and so blessed to know a lot of these girls and have been playing with a lot of these girls for over a decade. Liz and Lo and I, we played on a small AAU team since we were in 2nd grade. And then Bella coming in, we've been friends ever since, and then even Paisley. And it's just so crazy. It's so surreal. I've been feeling it all week, but it's now just really coming to reality. But I'm really excited that I get to watch these 4 girls just do great things outside of basketball and in basketball in different jerseys. And then obviously Paisley at Purdue just doing her thing. It's really cool that, you know, we get to just continue to do what we love and just soar in that and just become adults now.
Coach, what are you going to do about these 5?
It's going to be tough. It really is. They're special people. They're great kids. They bought into our program and everything that our coaches talk about every single day. It's going to be really tough, but I know what they have left behind for the rest of the group, and that fire and that hungriness and just that determination resonates with a lot of the girls in that locker room right now. So what they've done for our program and how they've built it on the court, off the court, you know, I told them 10, 15 years from now when they have families and kids and things like that, they're going to talk about the Cooper Jaguars in 24, 23, 22 and how special that group was and to win 3 33rd districts, 3 region championships. It's pretty special. It's a special group.
Coach, congratulations to you and the Cooper Lady Jaguars on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.